Henry. We've done it. We've done it, baby. Bets show with Big Hank post Stanley Cup victory. Glorious. How are you, my friend?
I'd be better if there were sports for the next 2 months. But I mean, they won the Stanley Cup, so I can't complain.
Yeah. I imagine Yaya, who's on production today, welcome back, Yaya. We celebrate him as a Stanley Cup champion as well. This is what's getting to me, Hank. When Italy won a World Cup, when Italy won the European Championships, simply because we were Italian, we could refer to each other. I'm saying me, my friends, my family, the ones of us who celebrated the Italian victory, we could refer to each other as European champions, world champions, because it was kind of like we were all, as Italians, world champions, Stanley Cup champions. I feel that applies as Avs fans. I can refer to you as a Stanley Cup champion.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Maybe I wouldn't, maybe not put out a graphic, join me as I'm joined by two newly crowned Stanley Cup champions on bets today. That might be deceiving. People might think I was implying that members of the team were on, but I feel like I can refer to you, I can refer to Yaya as Stanley Cup champions myself.
That's because we're all Stanley Cup champions. We did it. We yelled. We told Sakic to be better.
Yes.
We did all the things we needed to do, and then it all worked out. And
we suffered through the years of hurt. We felt the joy. So we are able to refer to one another as Stanley Cup champions. I'm glad you are with me on this, my Stanley Cup champion, because that is how I will refer to you, my fellow Stanley Cup champion, throughout the rest of the show. I think that would be fine as we have a Stanley Cup champion producing this show. Also, congrats to that Stanley Cup champion on his recent nuptials. Bless him. Bless his darling wife. Go back and watch the show when you were getting married, Yaya. We gave you the biggest of shout outs as RK was broadcasting from the booth in the bar. So good stuff, Henry. Good stuff.
If you were to hear the word nuptials for the first time and didn't know what it meant, what would you think that word meant?
Oh, man. Gosh, I immediately would start thinking juice with a nectarine of sorts, you know?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You have a nuptial with breakfast?
Yeah, exactly. Like, no, actually, I did skip the nuptials today. No OJ in my home, sir. Thanks for asking. Yeah. What would you assume nuptials were?
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I can't get the word nipple out of my head ever since it started. Yeah, but I think if I could move past that,
spoken like a true Stanley Cup champion.
Something soft, you know.
Okay, pillowy. Huh?
Maybe just clouds. Maybe it could be a type of cloud for sure.
Could be a type of cloud. It could be a type of cloud.
Like there's cumulus. There's nuptials.
Yes. Fun story about me, Hank. Credit 6 through 9 of my science gen ed was the hardest to come about. So your boy, this Stanley Cup champion here, took a summer course in meteorology. 80% of the course was based on the final project, which was our weather diary. Tracking the weather, tracking the clouds. Every day we did this summer course, some 50 days or something.
Was that before the internet?
No, the internet was. We're talking circa 2007 here.
Wow.
So the internet was available. I had it on my laptop, believe it or not. Yep, those had also been invented.
Well, the professor was definitely from before the internet.
Probably.
That's a probably with an internet there.
Which is why this professor didn't think that even though I'd done none of the work on my meteorology diary, a day before it was due, I went on Google. I found what the temp was. And whether there was precipitation or not that day, and bullshitted what clouds I saw. And, bullshitting clouds as someone who had never done this before was not an easy task. I had to It's a lot of like this, cumulus nimbus. That's the big one. So it's really
nuptials.
Right, nuptials. So it's really 3 out of 5 days a week you're gonna be on cumulus nimbus. It was picking your spots on when to alternate, and I got 100% on that project because I think the other idiots weren't as thorough as me. They didn't just bullshit the whole thing.
Your professor probably thought you were so talented. Like, oh, you got cumulus that day? Where did that guy find a cumulus?
This guy's so diligent, man. Just a weather machine. I didn't score well on anything else, so I merely got an 80%. But those 3 gen ed credits in science were brought home, and I've got my degree now. Who's laughing now, Mom? So there you go.
Wow, you showed your mom.
My mom, yeah, big time. All right, Henry, that was enough nonsense for today.
Okay.
How'd you do when it was all said and done? When Landy was lifting the cup, when Kale was bringing home the Conn Smythe, how'd you do on the old final tally?
I made a lot of money.
Hell yeah!
I haven't gone through unit wise. My unit has changed over the course of the season.
Whoa!
I know, it's big news. Breaking right here.
We opened with
unit
this
change.
My guy's unit has changed since we last spoke. Mm-hmm. We would never get specific. Decreased or increased?
Increased.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Yeah. Good, so I mean, I guess the easy way to say it is like you could make a case for like 100 units, honestly. And I can't get into the details of how it wound up being that many.
Oh my gosh!
Because some of them we do not approve of on this show. But there was some market manipulation that really worked in my benefit from October, and
hell yeah,
it was a big day. Yeah, which is why when we get to my big 3, we are going with some futures because I had the money to invest in futures in my account.
Futures are the new frontier. Ryan and I were anti-futures for a long time, Henry. We couldn't stomach our accounts being tied up in these futures. And now it's like I feel empty not having those futures in my bet slip anymore. It was so nice to be able to go in and it's like these investments I had,
Yeah.
Wow. So good for you. 100 units I'm not surprised because the whole family has eaten. The Avs did us right. We were poised. We were set up to capitalize. And boy, did we ever. Good for you, man. I'm proud of you. And I mean, if you ever thought Henry hadn't graduated from sweet boydom, I think the fact that he just announced a unit increase should say enough.
Big news. We should get a graphic for that. Why isn't you here making a graphic for that?
That we should. Holy shit! That we should announce. Could you bring that comment back up, Yaya, or my fellow Stanley Cup champion, as I like to refer to you?
Wow. Not that comment. Get out of here. Damn it.
What a. Is DNVR HR okay with Andre asking about Henry's?
Who is HR now?
Man,
is it you?
No, it is not.
No, you're not HR.
And much like you can't get into some of the reasons that you are up 100 units, I would prefer not to get into who is HR now.
Can I be HR?
That I can't answer now. The answer is a firm no on behalf of
the entire company. To say who HR is?
The same way if a random person on the street asked me, hey, could you hire me? Or my daughter asked me if she could be a new sponsor on one of our shows, I do feel like I have the authority to simply say no to those people. And you are within that realm of no, you cannot be HR.
Damn.
Of course, that's because you are amazing on the buffs, the tailgate, the draft show. Check him out on spot duties on DNVR Bets. He just increased his unit, so need I say more? Look at him now, Mom.
It's a big unit, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, it's a big unit. And I'm probably forgetting some things, which says the value and just what you bring to the table. So no, we wouldn't want you on HR ruining the company. We want you doing what you're doing.
You don't think I could do HR?
Tremendously. Man. I think all us communication degrees think we could do HR, and like technically could we with years of experience? Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. Would it be thank you, Jesse? Yes. Would it be the best route for us to pick? I'm gonna argue no. I'm gonna argue it would be the wrong route for us.
Well, we'll argue about it later.
So, there you go. We are trying to find our new frontier in betting, not in HR. So I do look forward to that. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. To Henry's big three. I want him to open up now that we know he's graduated to bigger and better things.
Yeah, like I said, the account was feeling good. I went through a bunch of futures and found a couple of my favorites. Packers win the NFC North. Yep. I mean, holy shit, guys. Who else is even in that division? Like, the Lions are terrible.
Black and blue.
Yep. The Vikings, I think the Vikings made some really big upgrades. I'm not going to lie. And I think because of that, there's a chance they're going to win 10 games. Yeah.
Such as?
The coach. I like that new coach guy. But
Sully boy, huh?
Yeah. Even if they win 10 games, like the Packers have just been ripping off 13. Yeah. They are going to win that division, and I'm surprised these odds are as close as they are. Ohio State to win the Big Ten. Once again, it's like, I mean, is the value great? No. But if you want to parlay those two things together, which I have done, and I've actually parlayed all three of these things together, and I've thrown in a couple others as well.
Oh, wow.
You're going to be in pretty good shape because I don't think that – I mean, who else? I mean, Michigan's probably right up there. Michigan State. That's in Ohio State dub right there with CJ Stroud coming back. And then the third one, Utah to win the Pac-12. They actually have worse odds than USC, which is I think it's just because nobody really pays attention to the Pac-12.
Which USC has put together like an all-star team, right?
But it's being over. I mean, yeah. But I mean,
for Pac-12 standards, at least,
you have the better running backs at Utah. You could honestly make the case you got the better quarterback at Utah too, but we don't need to get into that. Offensive line is clearly Utah. DBs is Utah. Front seven is Utah. Like wide receivers, that is USC. But also Utah has two of the three best tight ends in the Pac-12, and I think that balances some things out. The fact that USC is plus 200, Utah is plus 260, that is wrong. That is just wrong.
Honestly, what you could do, and I did this on some of my futures parlays, because they're both in the plus 200s, you parlay the first two legs of Big Hank's Big Three, and then you just create two parlays. And it's a choose your own adventure parlay, and you just get in on both. You know, like those choose your own adventure goosebump books. Eventually, you're going to read all scenarios, right, Henry? Oh, wow. That's
you
a
get
reference.
You get most of them. There's some decisions you just can't change. Eventually, you get to the point where it's like, the ghost is saying go this way. You're like, no, we're not doing that. In no world am I doing that. We can change up the other decisions. We're not doing that garbage. But, I mean, you get most of it for sure.
I haven't read anything other than a sports article or tweet in probably 12 years.
Trey, do you read to your daughter?
Yeah, I do. Actually,
okay, you better
I do.
That's you growing up dumb. Come on, do your job here.
Good call out by you. That's a good keeping me, to a higher standard.
You need a new show here at DNVR. It's you reading choose your own adventure books to Lucia, and then letting her make the decisions.
That sounds.
You get 1,000 people watching.
If there are 1,000 out of you, reach out. If you guys really want to green light that show,
one with a big ass unit.
That's right. Well, I lost my train of thought on that one, Henry.
Oh, again.
Yeah.
You choose your own adventure parlays?
Yeah. No, she has her favorite book, and I do read that. What I was gonna say is, boy, even though I haven't read in 12 years, what I would give to go to a Scholastic book fair. That sounds like a good time.
Those were a good time.
Right?
Those were a good time.
I'd load up on some Scholastic books.
Also, if you wanted to make an even bigger parlay,
Yeah.
Throw in Bama to win the SEC at -135. All four of those together, Packers in the NFC North, Bama to win Ohio State, and Utah to win their conferences, plus 1350.
Wow.
That feels like it should be like plus 800 to me.
Georgia does not scare you.
Who's even on that team? The accountant. The accountant is on that team.
Yeah, Sam Bennett, the best tight end we've maybe ever seen.
Okay.
Jalen Carter, the defensive tackle who is better than both the first-round defensive tackles. Nolan Smith, who was maybe the best edge rusher on that team a year ago.
Let's I want to
turning over a lot of guys. Kilgo, the corner, he's highly rated by some. I think he's trash, but
maybe the best tight end we've ever seen. 368 career receiving yards.
No, stop it. You're looking at the backup.
He just has the tools.
You're looking at the backup.
Eric Gilbert.
That sounds right.
He also has 2 touchdowns. I don't know about maybe the best tight end we've ever seen.
As a freshman, he was really good, Henry.
Yeah, 368 yards. Yeah, it's solid. Maybe the best we've ever seen.
He's very good, Henry. He's very good.
Eric Gilbert, Kyle Pitts.
Yeah.
Eileen Gilbert, personally.
Big Jeremy Shockey guy over here.
He has more yards than there are days in a year.
It's impressive.
By 3.
Yeah, that's impressive. All right. I know all these Stanley Cup champions in the chat. They're waiting to hear some bets they can place today and get immediate returns.
That's true.
And I failed you all yesterday. I failed you all.
That's a good idea.
That's great stuff from Sean G. We're laughing. Sean G's comment. Story time with Ray, sponsored by Diamond Cabaret. I failed you all 0-3. Usually when Ryan doesn't give out picks, I go 3-0. But the Rockies failed me. I gave out a Nerfy when it was a Yerfy. I faded Tyler Anderson when Tyler Anderson was half decent. I went with Daza props when Daza went over. So we're getting back on the saddle. We're doing this right. Stanley Cup champion, big threes, please. That's you, Yaya. You're a Stanley Cup champion. Come on.
There's my guy.
There's my guy. Nerfy in the Rockies Dodgers. I don't care that they yerfed it up yesterday. I'm in on these plus money Yerfies. It's Kyle Freeland. Big game Kyle, as I call him. He famously also a Stanley Cup champion. Henry, that might not mean much to all you seam heads out there. It means a lot to me, and it means a lot to Kyle Freeland.
You think he's hungover?
No.
I've been hungover for 2 days now.
I think, man, shit. I hadn't accounted for that, Henry. I think he's sobered up.
I mean, I thought I would be by now.
Yeah, that is an upset. Yeah, in the chat, could you tell us whether you are sobered up from your wedding or not yet? Right? And maybe there were lingering effects, like he was starting to sober up, then the Avs win on Sunday. Boom. Wow. Okay. All right, well.
Pretty enthusiastic.
The super almost makes me sad. So I wish we would have maybe reined it in a little more, but that's fine. So he's sobered up. Like Kyle Freeland, a true pro, like Yaya. They're both Stanley Cup champions. And it's Clayton Kershaw on the mound, Henry. How many times have you
really?
have you seen the Kershaw at Coors Field?
I saw him once. I thought it was going to be really cool. I was like, oh, we're going to see Kershaw night. Then I went and I was like, yep, that's a baseball guy. That's another one of them.
Yeah, kind of same.
Are these actually your picks for today? Waka, Rodon?
Yep. Michael Waka. He's a pitcher for the Boston Red Sox.
Big. Oh, I thought these were all going to be Rockies Dodgers picks. That makes more sense.
No.
Okay.
No, but I'm glad. One Rockies Dodgers, and that's it. Because I don't trust it. I was all torn like a pretzel. All I like is the Nerfy because Kershaw and the Stanley Cup champion will keep it scoreless in the first inning. After that, I really don't know, guys. Michael Wacha, over 3.5 Ks. It's a big game, man, and he's a big game pitcher against the Blue Jays. Red Sox against the Blue Jays. Also, this is dedicated to our guy, Mike Trout. He famously not a Stanley Cup champion this year. He'll chime in and tell you that he's won this, that, and the other as a Boston sports champion. Fan rather. I don't know why I said champion. God damn it. We should edit that out, honestly. Yeah, thanks. Yeah,
Stanley Cup champion.
Stanley, our guy. So yeah, over 3.5. This is a great prop, -145. It's a big game out in Toronto.
Here's a question.
Teams. Yeah.
Can a regular season baseball game be big?
Yeah, when two teams are like over 500 in a really competitive division, absolutely. And Carlos Rodon, ever heard of him? No, I wouldn't be surprised. That wouldn't surprise me. The Giants and the old sandbox, as I like to call it, that horrendous pitcher's park. He's pitching for them. He's had an outstanding season, basically hitting this at a 2-3 clip this year. Taking on the terrible Detroit Tigers, he's going to light them up, slice them, and dice them, Henry, and go over on this prop. As you saw, I went a little value hunting on the nerf, and then I went more safe mins on the props here, trying to get back in it, back in the old swing of things. That is meant as a baseball reference intended, as the kids say, Henry. So yeah, there's my big three, and I feel great about them after I talked about it. Usually I have an opinion about my big three going into it, kind of neutral about my big three going into it. Now that we've talked it out, I feel good about it.
I'm glad I could help.
Thanks. But whoa, we're 22 minutes into the show. Oh my God. DraftKings Sportsbook, they are number one in all the land. That's double-fisted number one. I don't know why I would do this. If it was fisted, I should be doing fist. That never occurred to me. I like how you do it, though, like finger guns like that.
I'll wave them around a bit.
That's just old-fashioned fun, much like wagering on sports on DraftKings Sportsbook, where they have you covered. And my guy, Hank, he and only he is here to save me and tell me, now that the Stanley Cup Championship has finished, what can new users do on the DraftKings Sportsbook, Henry?
You
know this. Whoa, that's my jam.
276.
Wow, that's awesome.
Is it 276? Point is, you pick.
I
think it's any fighter in the entire card. $5, you get $100 in free bets, whether you're right or wrong, whether the guy wins or loses, or the girl wins or loses. So that's pretty awesome.
Hell yeah.
Can you, off the top of your head, do you know who's UFC fighting this weekend, Dre?
Yep. Izzy Adesanya against Jared Cannonier. That's gonna be a great one.
I was on a Broncos pod this morning. I wasn't. I said Cannonier first. Then I went with Cannonier. So it is Cannonier, though.
Cannonier, no doubt.
Cannonier. I like that. That's a good one. That's a good UFC name, too. Like a cannon. Guy who runs a cannon.
Yeah.
Is he like big?
Yeah, big time.
Like throwing punches type? Dropping bombs?
Oh, man. We've got a Pedro Munoz against Sean O'Malley. This is
Sean O'Malley,
good one.
Pride of Great Falls, Montana.
No.
Yep. He's one of us.
No.
Yep.
Wow. Justin's
the one with the colorful hair, right?
Fan of his. Yes.
Yeah. Yep,
why did you never go with hair like that?
Why is my hair not purple?
Yeah.
That's a weird question. I've never thought of it that way. Usually it's the other way. Usually you see somebody with purple hair and it's like, why is your hair purple? Why
that's
isn't
real
my
grandpa
hair
thinking is like, hey, why's your hair purple? Grandpa,
you
should be asking
that thought inside.
Keep that thought inside. I should bring that up to my grandpa. He has a lot of those. And it's like, you don't need to ask me if I'm speaking Italian to my daughter every time I see you. The answer is the same. Leave me alone. DraftKings Sportsbook. This week, new users sign up. Wager on anyone. Sean O'Malley, Pride of Montana. And win 5 to win 150.
I think it's 100.
Big
number still.
That's sick. That's White Whale Stratus only at DraftKings Sportsbook. They are the kings. They support this podcast and all our winning on the Stanley Cup Finals. Kale McCarr, Conn Smythe. Must be 21 or older. Colorado only. Bonus comprised of first deposit bonus and a first bet match, each up to $500 when you use that code DNVR. And restrictions do apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700. Oh man, Henry, I got caught up in that one. Whoa!
Hey, my unit is not 50 cents. No. Damn it! Yeah, here. My unit is not 50 cents. It's significantly larger. He just.
That's amazing.
Guy, it's a play on word on G unit. Not that it's 50 cent. New unit. G unit.
Okay.
Holy
that was
cow.
50 cent though, right?
That's so good. Yeah. I'm going to have to we're going to have to bring this back tomorrow and tell Ryan all about this.
Oh my God.
Because this is some of your finest work, truly.
It is.
It's great job by you. So, Henry, do we have a dilemma? I was told that once you were on the show and we didn't. That was show history.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We did do that. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, me telling you it was show history really made you light up.
Yeah.
With that said, let's go to the board and see what our dilemma is. Yeah, what's our jam this summer? So what I mean by that, Henry, is, before we were doing a parlay of the day with all the playoff games parlayed together. We were doing an Avs SGP for the day, or we were selecting from the SGPs that DraftKings Sportsbook pre-cooked for the Avs. And now I gotta kind of figure out what our new thing is. Do we start doing baseball parlays? Do we start using these pre-cooked DraftKings SGPs? They have some pre-cooked baseball parlays as well. Do we go back to pools? You want a free pool? You remember those? It's the summer. It's hot. You want to swim in the pool for a sec? It's okay.
No.
What do we do? That's the question.
I mean, obviously, I'm going to be anti anything baseball related because bro, we play real sports now. Okay. Yeah. It's not 1907 anymore. We're not playing baseball. We can go watch baseball. We can drink beers. We can make bets when we go watch. I guess maybe that's how you frame things. But to me, Taylor Korniak, CU legend, made her debut for the U.S. Women's National Team 2 days ago. Scored a goal in her debut.
Yep.
This is a really big time for that team. Tonight they play again. It's their second warm-up before the CONCACAF W Championship, which starts in like a week. So that's the one where the winner qualifies for the Olympics. Like the top 3 teams qualify for the World Cup. I think.
Oh my God!
It's like July 4th through the 17th or something.
Yeah.
We onto something there. Maybe some CONCACAF women's soccer.
Okay. That game's today. Shit.
I know. I was trying to find.
They don't have props. They don't have player props.
They don't have player props. International friendlies. Yep. Okay. Well.
International friendlies. Throw that dub up because it's a ladies international friendly. I mean, I like your thinking.
So minus 4.5 at plus 110. I think. Now, I mean, they just beat them 3-0.
And the goalie was standing on her head too.
Yeah. Minus 4.5. That's a big number. We're certainly not betting on the Colombian women because they're not going to win. I wonder what the thinking is. Maybe an exact score is the move.
That's big game hunting right there. That sounds like some second segment stuff right there. Yeah. I want more MLS picks, by the way. We're going back to USC. So I'm figuring out this summer schedule right now. You got any golf tips, bro? Golf. I'm getting RK to talk golf again. I love a good golf bet.
Golf is good. I mean, we're a ways off. I mean, what else are you going to do, though, than golf? Maybe it is golf season. I mean, I have to reevaluate my entire life. Now that the Avs aren't here. My whole sports life was just Avs for 2 months.
I know. We were, we were saying on the last show, it's like going from smoking, kind of upper drug you'd smoke, meth, crack, to like those herbal cigarettes they smoke on movie sets, like
I don't even think
it's a tough transition.
Chewing a bubblegum cigarette talking about golf.
Frankly, that sounds kind of nice.
I could go for a bubblegum cigarette.
I could go for a bubblegum cigarette right now, no doubt. Okay, the spread might be the call there. The 4.5.
I kind of like just taking them to win 4-0 plus 600.
Yeah,
which is bold.
I
Maybe
like
that's
that.
the move. Maybe we're taking exact scores.
Like
what? They've got 6 games through the end of this tournament. If we're taking this at plus 600, you got to hit one of those 6 to break even. I don't mind the strategy.
No, that's not a bad one. Another option could be immediate impact, quick SGP from our friends at DraftKings Sportsbook for the Rockies. It's Rockies to win. Kyle Freeland over 3 strikeouts. Chris Bryant 2+ total bases, and Chris Bryant over 1 RBI. Amazingly, just plus 550.
Yeah. Let me see. I want to pull that up and look at for myself. Where'd it go?
It's on the homepage. You scroll to the right, and it'll be there
what's this
after
one called?
The Pete Alonso one. Immediate impact.
Immediate impact. Oh, mine's not showing up.
Darn.
Damn. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure I'm betting on Chris Bryant, if I'm being honest. He was bad before. I mean, I guess sometimes time off can help, though.
Yep.
Because you always think, like, if you just sit down, you're going to come back, you're going to be rusty. He looked kind of rusty yesterday. I had to fly out. Yeah. I saw a tweet. But I do think maybe for him, it's why he needed to reset.
He did get a hit yesterday.
He did get a hit? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Why not? If you're going to bet on a Rocky, why not Chris Bryant?
Mow him down also sounds fun. This is an actual baseball parlay. It's Carlos Rodon over 7.5 strikeouts. Robbie Ray, big Robbie Ray guy over here. He plays for the Mariners now, over 6.5 Ks. Frankie Montas over 5.5 Ks at plus 382. The one that scares me is Montas against the Yankees. I do like Robbie Ray against the Orioles to get over that.
Yankees strike out a lot. They're all those
swing
big
and bunch.
Yeah, I don't mind that one. I like that. I do like that. Yeah, Chris Bryant, 2 bases, RBI. That's tough for me to get into.
And you could add Michael Wacha. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's some big game hunting. That's a Rockies SGP. It's a baseball parlay, and Henry gave you his long shot of the night for the U.S. Women's National Team.
4-0 win.
4-0 win. What was that? Plus 1,600?
Plus 600.
Plus 6. Wow. That's Avs level respect.
It's going to be to 0, right? Columbia's not going to get through and score. It's going to be 0. Question's how many. They scored 3 in the last game. Spread's 4.5. If anything, I would stay away from that. I could see 5, but I do think it's probably 4 or 5, maybe 3. But still, 4 zip feels like the number. You got to think about the subs too. Like, are they really? I mean, Taylor Korniak, you got to get her in so that you're not just throwing her in for the first time in a very important tournament. Is that true for anybody else on the roster?
Right. How many people are getting just...
They probably tweaked that lineup. If you're lame...
So you send them by the 4-0.
Yeah, if you're lame, you take Columbia plus 4.5. If you're fun, you take 4-0 win for USA. Exactly.
If you also want to really get bet high scoring half, is first half plus 180.
Ooh,
there we go. That's the one I would take.
Oh, I wish I could say something nice to you after what you did to me earlier.
I did nothing. I gave you a good graphic.
Oh man, he did give you a really good graphic. I usually wouldn't take sides in a conflict like this, but I side with you here. That was a good graphic. Okay. I like that. Yep. That is first half plus 80 to be the highest scoring half. Just go to the main page, scroll down. It is the second to last prop. First half plus 180. It's a tie no bet. I mean, it tie is in place. So if both halves are 2-0, I don't want to hear any whining of I was right, it was 4-0, and we didn't get our first, siding with Yaya now. So those are our bets. Those are our parlays of the night. We are all Stanley Cup champions. Best of luck on your bets today, guys and gals. Thanks for tuning in. He's Henry Chisholm, the pride of where in Montana?
Columbia Falls, Montana. Speaking of which, Collie Lloyd's going to be.
No, you are from Columbia Falls as well?
Sure am.
Okay.
Who else? No.
Wasn't Sean O'Malley from Columbia
Falls?
Falls? Holy! How many falls do you guys have?
Well, it's all mountains with glaciers on top. They melt. There's fall everywhere. Everywhere is falling.
It's a lot of falls. It's a lot of falls.
Trust me, a lot of falls.
The pride of Columbia Falls, Montana. Henry Chisholm, on his behalf and the behalf of all of us. Best of luck. See you tomorrow, folks.